joined the college in 2013, so I did an extended diploma, level 3 in business. For me, it was really good. I enjoyed the environment, atmosphere. It's a lot different to school. It was just like the freedom you get. So school's really strict in comparison, so you trust it a lot more, and it's actually a lot easier transition than it would have been from sixth form to university as well. So that was really good for me. It was quite an important part. So when I was at the college, so in the second year, I was lucky enough to sign for the professional basketball team in Cheshire Phoenix. So as you can see from the picture, I'm not actually the tallest player on the team. I'm 6'7" myself, but the tallest player on the team is 7'8". So yeah, it made me look really small. I think he's the tallest living man in Europe right now. So you can't really beat it, can you? So here's a couple of pictures of me playing. So the picture on the right is quite special for me, really. So that was my first game for them against the Worcester Wolves away, and that game was actually on TV as well. So it was on Eurosport. So for it to be broadcast, I've just got it saved somewhere, and it's really special for me to look back on. So that was a really special moment for me. So after I finished at college, I decided to specialise in marketing, so I went to university to study a degree in marketing management. And for me, university is a great place to kind of find what you like, find areas of a subtopic that you like. And the whole university experience is a good experience because you get to visit a new city. If you choose to move out, you get to, especially if you're moving out, you get to learn new life skills, things like that. But also, more importantly, the people you meet. So not only you meet people from around the country, there's lots of different walks of life even from around the country. So like people talk about the north-south divide. It's quite obvious when you go to university, but it's good because you're exposed to different cultures, different points of view and things like that. So it's good. You also get to meet people from around the world, which is good. If you're considering going to university, I definitely would. And if you can't, I definitely recommend moving out because you learn some life skills, and I think the true learning starts once you leave the classroom. So this is where it all started for me. This is when I started my business. So this was in my university halls in Victoria Halls in Manchester. This is where I slept, studied and worked. In my first year of university, this is where I founded my company, Flyer Media. So from this desk in my room, I was teaching myself, I was designing websites, doing social media marketing for clients, graphic design, that kind of thing. This is where it all started. It's quite nostalgic, really, thinking back. It's quite a while ago now, so it feels quite good to be talking about it again. So in the second year of university, I wanted to kind of expand, so I decided to get some co-working space. So this was actually owned by the university, so next door to the university you can pay for some office space each month, which is a good place to meet clients, network with other businesses, things like that. If anyone's thinking of going to university in Chester, then Chester's got a similar setup at the Riverside Innovation Centre. So if you go to Chester and then talk to people about that, and they can tell you more information about that. But it's definitely good, in my opinion, instead of working at home, so you can just get out there and meet new people. And it can sometimes get lonely, especially if starting a business, but if you're in front of people, it makes it a lot easier. So we stayed in these offices until July 2018, up until I graduated. And here's me graduating, just to prove that I did graduate. So photo on the left is a picture of me and my lovely parents, and then it's a picture of me walking across the stage. So there's 3 years of hard work and 30 seconds on stage with a handshake. Was it worth it? Of course it was. So yeah, it was a really good thing for me. It's such an achievement. If you're thinking of going, definitely do it. It's a great achievement, and a lot of hard work goes into it, but it is truly worth it once you know how much actually went into it. So it's something you can tell everyone about it. It opens a lot of doors for you into jobs and things like that. So it is worth it. So this is Flyer Media today. We've got our own offices. We actually moved in January this year, so just over 6 months now. This has always been a dream of mine. kind of just designing an office. That was the kind of thing I was dreaming about when I was in my university halls in the first year. So, we painted the walls, surgical furniture, things like that. Just adding all the little gizmos to the room. It's just something that I've always dreamed about, and finally got to there. I feel quite fulfilled with that. So what the Fly Media actually do, so digital marketing agency, so we actually specialise in search engine optimization, which is basically getting websites ranked on the first page of Google. So clients come to us, they want more traffic to the website, so we optimise the pages, things like that, and then we get them up in the search rankings. We also do Facebook advertising, so everyone sees ads on Facebook and Instagram, so we do ads for them. And we've actually just recently started a sub-brand to the business as well, so it's called Fly High Web. We specialise in web hosting, maintenance and cybersecurity, so as there's more websites, there's more hackers and things like that, so we make sure that new websites or existing websites are maintained and kept safe away from any malicious attacks or anything like that. More recently, we've started training consultancy, so we go into businesses or teach individuals marketing so they can either do it themselves or teach the team. We've also got a podcast and a YouTube channel. I'd strongly suggest that you go, if you're interested in business or marketing in general, if you've got your own business and you want to pick up some more tips, then check it out. Just type in Fly Media, you'll find it. But yeah, it's something that I've always wanted to do. I enjoy teaching and things like that, and teaching something I'm passionate about is really good for me as well. So these are some of the more well-known clients who we've worked with. So in total across the two brands, we've got over 50 clients. So we've done tons of interesting clients projects over the years. Each and every week there's new challenges, there's new opportunities, I thrive off those kind of situations. So I really enjoy what I do. So this is me, so we actually sponsored Cheshire Phoenix, the team I used to play for, so I'm never going to play for them again, unfortunately, so this is my way of actually getting back into it as well. So this is pretty much the only way I can get back into it, by sponsoring them. We're actually sponsoring them for the upcoming season as well, so that's something I look forward to as well. So now I'd just like to share with you some principles that I've taken through my life, through college, basketball, university, and running a business. These are just some things that I've wanted to share that I wish I knew maybe a few years ago when going through certain times. So it's always really important that you dream big, you set goals and you execute. So if you've done a business related course, you've probably heard of SMART objectives. So you need to make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and you set yourself a time frame. So you need to know exactly what you want to do. You need to be able to measure it. You need to realise that it's achievable and realistic, and make sure you've got a time frame. So for example, it's good to be creative, and it's good to strive for whatever you want to do. I truly believe you can, but to a certain extent you've got to be realistic. So, for example, I couldn't be a horse jockey, for example. So that's something that I had to not do when I was young. My dreams were down the drain for that one, unfortunately, but I had other things to do. So So you've got to be self-aware to a certain point, so you've got to realise that if you can work towards it, then you should, but if there's things you physically can't do, then you shouldn't. So truly, at the end of the day, the limiting factor is how the only person that can hold you back is you, so whatever you do, it determines your output at the end of the day. Whatever you do, write it down and make it a goal. So you may have macro goals, so you have big goals, so set yearly goals, but make sure you break them down to monthly, weekly, and even daily goals. There's loads of apps on the phone. So as a team, we use an app called Trello on desktop and mobile, and for daily tasks, I like to use Wunderlist. And if you're just setting all these goals for yourself without a time limit, then you're just going to end up procrastinating forever. So that's why it's important to write down SMART objectives. I always say that 1 is better than 0. So whatever you did yesterday, as long as it's working towards your goal, that's what you should be doing every day. you should never ever stop learning. So there's a famous quote by a business, like a business coach, entrepreneur called Jim Rohn, and he says that the more you earn, the more you learn, the more you earn. So you should never stop learning. So you should get the best qualifications you can. If there's extra courses you can take, make sure you take them to get to the next level. Ultimately, you need to do what you need to do to be the best person that you can. So become an expert in your field. Do that through reading books, listening to podcasts, watching educational videos on YouTube, going to events and seminars, maybe find a mentor if you can. Hang around with like-minded people. Just become obsessed with being the best version of yourself, and eventually you'll get to your goals, and over time, consistently, it'll just come. And be patient about it too. Ultimately, it sounds a little bit cliche, but hard work works, and nothing worth anything in life comes easy. If you want any sort of success, whether it's sports, when you're in business, in your career, then you just have to put the hours in. There's nothing anyone else can do other than you to put those hours in. You have to do it consistently, and across anything that anyone's ever doing, there's going to be rejections, there's going to be failures, and you do have to stay up late sometimes to do certain things, but it's all just part of it. And you have to be really self-disciplined in everything that you do, otherwise you're never going to get to where you want to be. Whether it's in a job or if you've got your own business, it's always important to under-promise and over-deliver. So we built our reputation at FlyEye by offering a good service and then over-delivering on it. So that we get loyalty, we get customer loyalty, we get clients referring us. So that's what we do. There's a quote that I quite like, and it says, care about how many people show up to your funeral. So the more people that you affect in your life, the more people will care for you forever. So I quite like that. Never compare yourself to others. Now, comparing yourself to others is a fast track to living a sad and unfulfilled life. So social media, I believe Instagram in particular, makes that the worst. So 2017 it was found that Instagram was the worst effect on mental health than any other social media platform. If you're judging your own self-worth by social currency, so the amount of followers, likes and things like that, you'll never be happy. There's always going to be someone with more likes, followers, etc. Instagram is not a real representation of life. It never tends to show people's bad days or anything like that. It's essentially a highlight reel. So there's nothing wrong with posting good things on Instagram, but never take snippets from anyone else's thing and think that everyone's got a perfect life but you. Find your happiness and stick to that happiness. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help, whether it's in education, personal life, don't be afraid to ask. Now, the first time you may ask for help, whatever it may be in, that may be difficult, but trust me, I've asked for help in business and things like that, and more often than not, people are happy to help, usually because they're in a similar situation, and it's just good to help people out. So if you've asked for help, then it's good to return the favour. Just never be afraid to ask. That most people have been in the same position, so it's completely understandable to ask for help now and again. And be grateful all the time, so 24/7, 365. So there's so many little things that you can be grateful for. So I was reading Sid's book. Wait, Sid? There he is. So he was reading a book on the tube. It was Winnie the Pooh. Is that right? Yeah. So he was saying about the little things in life. So just reading like a book from your childhood or something like that can make you happy. You're grateful for the weather today. You're grateful if you're having something nice for tea. Just little things like that to get you through the day. They don't have to be big things. They don't need to be going away for a big holiday or anything like that. Just appreciate the small things in life, and those little kicks, those little bits of energy running through your body, it does you good over a bit of time. It sounds a bit cliche, but your life's too short to be focusing on negative things, so you should fill your time and your thoughts with positive actions and positive things and positive people. So the more happy and positive you are, the more people will follow you and be positive as well. So positivity breeds positivity. There's a quote that I like, it is called "Don't lose twice." So imagine that you've had your car window smashed in the car park. Now you've got two problems there. You've got a brick through your window and you could potentially be in a bad mood. So here's two things that could be wrong. You've got control over one thing. Right now you don't have control over that brick that's gone through the window, but you've got the potential to change your attitude towards the situation. So only make sure that you only lose once. Don't ever let anything make sure that you control the controllables. And I've spoken a lot about hard work and things like that, but it's also important to have a lot of fun as well. You're working for a lot of your adult life, and at the end of it, your life expectancy is 80. I don't mean to depress anyone, but that's the reality. So it's important that you have fun along the way, so you need to be grateful every day and have things to look forward to all the time. Do what you enjoy doing. So if there's a course that you don't enjoy, make sure you change it. If there's a job you're not into, change it. But just make sure you try and keep going into it until you get to the point where you can't do it anymore. So go for it. If there's a new job, go for it. If you want to start a business, go for it. Just make sure that you're happy and you can look back on your life and say that you made the right decisions. So I just want to wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations for all getting an award tonight. I wish you all the best for anything you're doing in the future, whether it's another course at college, university, apprenticeship, job, or starting a business. I appreciate it. Thanks very much for listening.